Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the CEO Chronicles. And this time we have the secret superstar with us. No, I'm not talking about Sania Wasim. I am talking about Sanober Pathan. Why is she our secret superstar? Because, when you look at her from a distance, you never imagine that she would be coming out like a true firecracker, having so much energy, so much talent, and yet doing all her work with utmost attention to detail and single handedly running her own accounting firm. So, in today's talk, we're going to be busting a lot of myths about growing a startup and understanding how, just based on word of mouth, can you scale up your businesses. We'll also understand some more details about tax and law situation in the UAE and how do we best navigate it. So, without wasting further time, I am going to be inviting Sanober Pathan, the founder and managing director of FMJ Accounting and Tax Consultants. Hi, Sanober. How are you?
Hi, Diksha. Thank you for introduction.
I'm glad. I'm so glad to have you. I've known you for a very long time, and ever since I think it's been about 2.5 years since I first saw you, and I was like, wow, she has so much potential. You have so much energy. You tell me, what is the source of so much energy, or what makes you this, you know, चलते चालू हो जाती है types,
um, my energy comes from a lot of things. Being a proactive, I have always been in sport. My spiritual energy, like I'm a very religious and practicing person, and I'm a very people-centric person. So a person sitting next to me, I would be easily identifying what is happening, what's on, and I'm very positive person. So I what I see is always positive in no matter what situation it is.
I agree. I agree. I agree. No, you're always positive. Whenever I've spoken to you, you never come back saying, "Oh my God, my life is pathetic. I can't do anything. The world's coming to crash." You're always like, "No, there's a solution. Let's go on. Let's do this." What kind of sports are you into? Told me about your sports journey. What do you play?
I used to play badminton national level,
Wow.
under 14,
Wow.
and I've been into, I run marathons, tennis, swimming. These are all my childhood activities, which I was pursuing. But I never took it as a profession.
Right.
I always took it as a passion.
Uh huh. Interesting, interesting. So tell me, how did this entrepreneurship journey start? When did you decide that, okay, fine, I'm going to be leaving out everything and I'm going to be starting my own company?
Behind my entrepreneurship journey, Diksha, lies a very interesting story. I always say, no matter what happens in your life, one thing that remain constant is your family, your parents. So behind a very progressive daughter, there is always a progressive parents, that give her wings to roar. And I am so grateful that I have parents like them. Um, uh, Beyond being a family and a religion, I come from a very religious family, to be very honest. But they have instant not only religion, but a sense of being independent. My father believed in thing which is known as a daughter, educate a daughter and educate the entire generation.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah. So what happens is, my father always wanted me to be independent. Not only me, my sister also. So he gave us an education, and he never stopped us from doing what we wanted to pursue. He wanted me to be a doctor, but I never liked science, so I never went into that field altogether. But yes, and what happened was, the pandemic hit. When he passed away, my mother lost her memories. My mother is an Alzheimer's now, and she's into last stage of Alzheimer's, where she does not remember anything at all. So I realized that I would no longer be able to do 9 to 5 job. I'm a very corporate person. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. Very honestly speaking, I loved my journey of being into a corporate world. And after looking, there was a time and there was a point where, whether you should go with your career or whether you should go with your family values, and I choose my family over my career. and I am entrepreneur uh, by force. Yani I'm not an entrepreneur by
By choice.
choice. Yeah. I came into being an entrepreneur just so that I can take care of
क्योंकि और
my.
ऑप्शन नहीं था.
Yeah, there was no
There
option.
was no
Honestly,
option.
I did not have any option. And parents are not an options. Career is, you can take a break, and you can restart it, but you cannot leave your
You
parents.
can't leave
Yeah.
your parents.
Yes.
That is true.
So whatever I am today, my father has a dream when I cleared my chartered accountant in 2012, that he said me, no, you will work for yourself and you will do wonders. So that's how I ended up being an entrepreneur. And the name FMJ itself is uh, the name of my father. It stands for Faiz Muhammad Khan Jamsher Khan, so FMJ. And yes, that is it. Yani,
Very nice, very nice. It's a very inspiring story, Sanober, because a lot of people, indeed come to entrepreneurship thinking that, oh, one day I'll have to create something of my own. I think adaptability is what really comes out from this story as a moral, that whatever challenges the life poses, you figure out how best you can deal with them, and how can you go ahead. Indeed, women should not be dependent on anyone. They should be independent. They should really come out and so. And often, okay, this is a very very personal question, and I get this asked a lot, that religion is often stereotyped with being backward. The more religious you are, the more conservative, the more orthodox, the more backward, your thinking would be. And I detest that completely. I personally feel that religion gives you a lot of strength personally. And because you have such a strong foundation, then you're able to achieve better and bigger outside. What are your thoughts? People would have also come and asked you the same thing. So what's it like?
yeah, because I'm Naqabi and I am an
Yes.
entrepreneur, and it's not normal. People say, how can you do business? You should not wear the niqab. But I take an opposite stand. The more religious you are, the more ethical standards you have, the more spiritual you are. So you give a personalized touch. You maintain that ethics which a religion gives you.
Correct.
The moral values in a religious person are more high. The sense that you're not going to do anything wrong to anyone.
Correct.
You're not going to take, as a person, if you see me, I have a client who comes and say, we don't have business. And then I say, my team, and I say, I have strict order to them that if a person, you see the financials, and if they don't have it, do it. Don't let the penalties
go.
be.
Yes.
Yes. So we, at a time, I mean, I can give you numbers of client that we do filing free of cost. So that's only come when you're religious. Like,
Correct.
you think about people.
You think about people.
You think about people. You think about what conditions are going through. We are not a multi-billionaires that we don't want money. Everyone want money. But if you see at the quality of services and the guidance that I give over a call, sometimes I just don't charge them. They come and say, oh my God, we have been calling 10 people and everyone is threatening us to do registration and this. But you're the first person to come and say, no, you don't need registration because you don't fall in the guidelines.
Correct.
So your quality, your ethicals will never lead you to do anything which is not, the more spiritual you are, the more religious you are, that will be shown in the
And
actual practice.
the better you serve the world.
Yes, exactly.
Because you can serve better, you can do better.
Yes,
With a
exactly.
very clear consciousness and foundation. I think even the Lord gives you a lot of strength.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
carry on, and He brings you people that you can help.
Yes,
I
exactly.
think that's what happened. Wonderful. Tell me some of the biggest challenges that you must have encountered while establishing FMJ.
See, as I told you, that I'm a first generation entrepreneur. So I came from nowhere to start this business. I started this business on my own, absolutely, from registering the company, setting up. So I was the one woman show in beginning. I'm the one who's managing the call. I'm the one who's managing taking the work, going to the business meeting, and yes, but see, anyone who joins the business, and the biggest challenge with us being a woman and anyone who stop a corporate life and start a business is a capital. I did not take a single dirham from anyone to
Correct.
start my business. So all my savings were in this business when I started, but I had a patience, and I know that I'm going to grow, because I'm not selling something which I don't know.
Correct.
I am selling something which I know.
Yes.
I knew that I'm not going to start any business which I have no knowledge of.
Sure, sure. Absolutely. And you're a qualified chartered accountant.
Yes,
So indeed, accounts is,
in my
on your
blood.
fingertips.
Yes,
Yes.
numbers are in my blood since
Yes.
childhood.
Yes.
I used to manage my father's funds. I was the only person who knows his financials and all. And being qualified chartered accountant, I know what I know.
Correct.
And I'm a qualified chartered accountant. Plus, I'm a fellow member of Emirates Accounting Board. I have a PG from Harvard Business School, along with my master's. I have IFR certification. So for me, education, I believe in continuous education,
Yes. Yes. Lifelong learning.
lifelong
The
learning.
way we
Absolutely.
say. Great. Tell me some of your primary services, Sanober, that you offer in FMJ, and are you only serving local clients or global clients as well?
We serve local and global client, both Diksha. Dubai serves as a headquarter to the global market, such as UAE, GCC, all countries, Saudi, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, UK, Europe, USA. So I have a clientele spread globally. As far as services are concerned, we provide one-stop solution for all your accounting taxation need. But I would be specific, such as in accounting, what we do is we do accounting, bookkeeping, financial statement as per IFRS, US GAPs, financial planning, business valuation, financial modeling, business modeling, and we do mergers, acquisition, consolidations, taxation. We do UAE corporate tax, VAT, excise, customs, tax residency for individuals and corporate, and we have international tax planning, transfer pricing. We have cross-border tax structures. Compliances are concerned. We do anti-money laundering. We do ESR. We do wealth management for ultra HNIs. We do tax structures for multinational companies.
Interesting, interesting. And you have so far, as per my research, built and maintained your firm on 100% client retention. How do you manage to do that? Because, especially in your industry, pricing is a thing why people would switch because, you have so many chartered accountants and you have so many accounting companies who are actually not even chartered accountants by profession, but yet they offer their accounting services and so on. Despite having all these challenges, how do you manage to still maintain 100% client retention?
Uh, that's because you're true that my client for 2 years haven't gone anywhere. The reason is high quality service that we give. Uh, Even a SME will come to us and we will customize their packages according to their need. The second reason is, Diksha, that I am very active when it comes to the guidelines, amendment, notifications. My client in UAE are the first person to know any changes made. I'll give you one example that e-invoicing came. The moment they launched, next day we had webinars everywhere to brief them up. And you would be more surprised to know that my 99% of client comes from word to mouth, the quality of services we give, you know so
Right.
that's the key to success, is 100% your clientele are coming from word to mouth and 100% retentions.
Very nice, very nice. Do you think your business can actually sustain with just word of mouth, referrals? Because you have sustained so far. I know you're not on any social media, not active. You're not, doing a promotions, etc. Indeed, we see you sometimes. People invite you as guest speaker and so on. But that's about it. You don't actively do a lot of stuff yourself. I mean, how has the journey been? Don't you ever feel that no, I should be on the digital media to actually, give my brand a larger boost?
See, I'm a very tech savvy, but I'm not a social media person,
Right,
Diksha, to be very honest.
right.
um, in my field, what we sell is a technical services and yani confidentiality that I cater to my client. My one client can give me 100 clients,
Correct.
and I don't serve, it's not only the SMEs, I serve some big groups based in UAE. I serve some governmental work also. So the key to success is the knowledge that you have, the expertise you give, and you will find me in the free hour. I'm just updating myself, and that goes with my team also. Whoever is working for me, they have to have the continuous education.
See, that is what my second question is, because especially in the UA tax regime, okay, you have new items being introduced every single day. There are new tax laws, there are new, financial issues, etc. that people are bringing, and FTA is constantly coming up with new guidelines. How do you manage to keep up to date with all of this?
I keep on checking the notifications. I am aligned with the FTAs, and being an Indian chartered accountant, oh my God, you have no idea how much efforts we have put to get these degrees, how many years we have spent. So reading becomes a key to the success. Continuous updations, like I recently gave the certification exam for Emirates Accounting Board, and I came out with 97 percentage in individual subject just without studying. Yani, I had the exam and I went and I gave it. Why I didn't spend much time? Because I'm a continuous learner. I learn every day. It's not for me that a book's once studied is closed chapter. Never. So I continuously read. I continuously upgrade myself with the knowledge.
Give me an example of a very challenging case that has come to you, and how have you managed to solve it for a company?
See, in our field, every day is a challenge because every company that comes to you will have certain issues which is new and nobody, and especially to me, things that come across are always challenging. I'll be very honest. When people refer me, they do not refer me for any normal work. At the same time, I was solving five people issues. People come and say, Sanober, we are having this mergers, and could you just tell us? So, we'll have a look on it and give them the guidelines. But especially with the UE tax, when corporate tax came into the picture, the old registrations, they were registered in a wrong way, and they did not had an idea. So to solve that matters, these are very normal for us everyday story. These are like an everyday story, but complexities differ upon the client and upon which text structure we are referring to. So if it is an international client with a multi-currency and they have headquarter here, we have to look at double taxation, we have to look transfer pricing, we have to look OECD models. So yeah, it's like Diksha, my life and my journey when I come to my business, every day is a challenge.
Correct. Correct.
Every day brings you a new case study, and you have to study and you have to get the best solution to them. And there were clients who just came up and we had penalties and we were not aware of it. 800,000, 1 million, we reached to them, we guided them, and we helped them to completely waive off the penalties. So yeah, it's
Wow.
not one. I can just tell you one case,
One case,
where I have held the client for 800,000 or 1 million penalties waiver, or it's every day.
It's an everyday challenge.
Everyday challenge for us, because see, people who are here in UAE, I'll be very honest, the big players, they don't involve themselves
In the
with the client.
nitty-gritties, yes, with
Yes,
compliances.
with the compliances. The team is doing and they're not aware of it. They don't give. They just charge the fees. They're not into whether
It's being done right.
it is done by
not done
right.
right. What's
I can
happening
give you a
is-
name of the top players in UAE who are tax CA firms, and they have done the blunders that we came to and we solved.
Correct, correct, correct. And also, I think because generally, UAE is still getting to adapt itself to the tax regime.
Yes.
Okay, they're not used to it. We
Yeah.
have always been a country that has had no taxes. First we had VAT, now we have corporate tax, etc. So indeed, understanding the nitty-gritties of all of these and then keeping up to date with it, it's not the easiest thing for all entrepreneurs. So which is the reason why I think the whole penalties and things do come across, because sometimes it's just unknown stuff that comes to you that, oh, okay, fine, was I supposed to be paying this? And it just comes up.
So yeah, that is it. Because the big players, they are here for 25 years, 35 years, and they have built the name. So they don't
Yes.
give importance to what is happening on the ground level.
True, true,
And
true.
with a startup like us, my single application, even if it is single vet registration or corporate tax registration, does not go without the reviews. There is a chain, there is a build up, that level 1 review, level 2 review, level 3 reviews. We have the team set up that reviews, and it does not go without it does not go without looking up to it, just like you come and we did registration and it's over. No,
Correct,
we give a
correct.
personalized touch,
Yes.
even if it is just a registration.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and we will look into the details when they come for registration. We'll look into the detail. Oh, this is not done, this needs to be done, and we do it free of cost. We don't even charge the client. We
Correct.
say, okay, this was the mistake, we corrected it and we did it. So that's the quality of service that I give, you know.
Makes sense, makes sense, makes absolute sense. Tell me, there's this ongoing debate that AI and automation will soon be replacing the jobs of main accounting firms. Do you think AI and automation is a threat, or rather, is it opening more opportunities for you?
See, I'm a very tech savvy, as I told you before. Even a client who's earning 25,000 dirhams runs on a CRM. We are not an Excel person. My system, so I believe that being an automated helps you and elevates you. You know, my team entire runs on CRM. The entire team who's based in India, who's based here, the work goes on CRM. So I know what's happening around. Even my client, they have access to their accounting software. You know, they know what we are doing. So I believe it's not a threat; it's an opportunity to grow better.
And
Like
perhaps I think accounting firms, it would be difficult to even replace, because how can you
replace the
replace
mind
a
with
mind?
IT. You know,
Yes.
yeah, you can get the chat GPT is all there, but can you get a complex text issue solved by chat GPT? Never. And accounting, yes, it can be an assistance to you. It can be like, if you are a tech savvy, you will take an advantage of the features that it gives you, but it can never replace the personalized touch which a qualified chartered accountant can give you, you know.
Totally, totally. I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree that you can't just sit on ChatGPT and say, "Listen, I've been levied a fine of so and so. How do I navigate this through?" You can't do that. Indeed, the mind of a chartered accountant, how to manage wealth,
Yes.
how to manage your assets, how to perhaps this cross border trading, the tax compliances, things. You can't do that with ChatGPT or with any AI. It's an assistant, but it's not a replacement.
Yes, it can never replace you.
Yes.
But it is an additional tool to grow
Make
and
your life
prosper.
easier.
Yes, if you want.
If you
Like, I see people who still uses Excel only. But if you see my client, whatever client we have, they are all IT based, like completely, and it's cloud based. So my clients sitting in UK have the access to their accounting system in UAE.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know?
True, true. Absolutely.
So I think I am a very tech savvy. I really like
Love technology.
to systemize the things and to use the best features they can give with a
Correct.
human touch.
Correct, correct, correct. Makes sense. So, also, there are people who feel that larger firms offer a better service rather than smaller firms. What is your take on that, especially in terms of your accounting industry?
See, it's not as you said me correctly that when you did a research, we had 100% retention. If a small firm does not do a better job, then there would not be 100% retention. And my clientele comes from word to mouth as much as 90%. So just by creating a brand does not take away the quality of services yet. Sometimes the big brand, they are messed up. The system is messed up. They will not, if you reach out to them, you will not have a CFO attending a call. But in our case, it is not like that. Every text structure, every text planning, I do. That comes to me. My team will say this is a suggestion, but I'm the person to approve everything.
Correct,
You know?
correct, correct.
So the personalized touch that a small service can provide you would not be available with a brand name. And sometimes they make more mistakes because they don't,
Because they have a larger hierarchy.
yes, exactly.
And you may have just one person at the top who's actually a qualified chartered accountant. Everyone else could be just juniors trying their hands
Yes,
on.
exactly.
You don't know who your project is going to, right?
Yes, and they become they are not easily reachable as well. You You have to
Correct.
wait, and in today's scenario, nobody has the time to wait.
Correct.
So the branding has totally gone. What matters is your qualification. What matters is a level of
Customer service.
customer service you give. So if you come to me, Diksha, and my team, you send an inquiry within less than a minute, you will have a reply. And if you want to do registration, less than an hour, we can get it processed. And this is the quality of services we give,
And that too at affordable rates.
at affordable rates. Yes.
Because I think smaller companies have that advantage. They don't have such a huge capital
Yeah.
to manage, so many opportunities, costs to take care of. So indeed, they're able to give you better service
Yes.
and at better rates. So
Yes.
yeah, that is indeed there. Now, tell me, Sanober, from your point of view, how do you see the future of tax and accounting shaping in UAE in the coming few years, for instance? Now, indeed, we have corporate tax. And so the entire world's eyes are on Dubai because, we have now introduced a 9% tax and all that. So there's indeed a dialogue there. What do you think is Dubai making it more difficult for businesses to run, or are they still making it easier for businesses to run?
No, if you see at a tax structure, Diksha, since I'm an international tax consultant, we are the least. It's only 9%. Go, there are 51% taxes. Corporate tax 30%, 35%, 45% in Europe. That is very high. And whereas UAE concerned, the opportunity for qualified people will be more now.
Absolutely.
A qualified chartered accountant, I'll be very honest. So if now going forward, you want to get a job or you want to start your own business, you need to be a qualified accountant. You cannot be just only a bachelor's or a master's in any field and you can come and work. No, it's gone. Because compliances at the company level start from the accounting.
Correct.
So the need of qualified chartered accountant has increased. So I'm pretty sure that off lately government will put restrictions on non-qualified accountant, people with non-qualified accounting background to stop taking the licenses. That's what my expectation is, because this degree is just like a doctor degree, that you cannot start your practice if you do not have any knowledge.
Correct.
And the regulatory requirement has changed so much that an in-depth knowledge is required at an entry level also. So there is an ample of opportunity for qualified people.
Totally.
And as far as job is concerned, you will still have senior level, junior level, qualified, non-qualified, accountant assistant level. That can still be a graduate person. But finance head, finance manager level, CFO level, you need to be a qualified person only.
I agree. 100%. Well, that was a very insightful conversation, Sanober. I had so much fun understanding you, your journey, how you're offering so many services to both local and international clients, how you make the life easy for your clients. And I'll actually take this opportunity to say that I have had my corporate tax registration done by Sanober, and it was literally like, so super fast. I didn't have to do anything. She was like, just send me these documents, I'll do it all for you. I think there was even an issue because the name, etc., was something different, and she's like, don't worry, I'll fix it all. And boom, I got my corporate tax registration done. So extremely good, extremely nice services. So I would highly recommend you guys, if you have any tax concerns, if you have compliance issues, if you actually want to get an expert opinion, that too at good prices and great service, I would highly recommend you guys get in touch with Sanober. Her contact details of FMJ Accounting are mentioned in the description box. And Sanober, I look forward to having you more to actually talk a little bit more about all of these, for instance, investment issues, wealth planning, all of these things. Let's have more chat on all of these in the coming future. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
today.
so much, Diksha. That's very nice. And I must say, Diksha is the one who pushed me. I'm not a tech savvy and I'm not a social media person. But thank you so much, Diksha, for having me here. It was fun. Looking forward for more business collaboration, and looking forward to have a details on how do you manage the wealth, financial planning, tax planning for SMEs and all. Thank you so much,
100%.
Diksha.
Will do. Thank you so much, Sanober.
Thank you.